For those of you who I have not yet met, let me introduce myself to you. My name is John Butler, and I'm the owner of EOL Support. What we're going to do in a series of videos is walk you through how we're different and how we're going to help you support your customers in their end-of-life sun hardware. The first thing I'd like to talk to you about is the concept of advance exchange. Our philosophy at EOL Support is very simple. Fix the customer and then fix the hardware. And you are not the customer. The customer is whoever is using whatever this is doing. So you and I have to swap out, get them back up and running as quickly as we possibly can, and then we can figure out at our convenience what was the matter with the server. Now, as part of that formula, we are very aggressive about pre-positioning at your site on-site first aid kits that have all the critical components needed should a server fail. So once we have the first aid kits at your location, when you call and open up a service ticket, you have everything that you need. We can walk you through what you need to do, but you have all of the components. When I FedEx a replacement part to you, we're not FedExing it into the machine. We're FedExing it into the first aid kit. You take the one out of the box that you do want when we send you a replacement. You take the one out of the box you do want. You put the one back in the box you don't want. And in there is a prepaid FedEx slip back to us for repair. This concept is very simple, but it allows us to support customers in all 24 time zones, all over the world, efficiently, effortlessly, and quickly. There are a lot of support agreements out there from manufacturers and other people that promise 4-hour response time. But when you really read the contract, what it says is you call them and tell them that you have a problem, and within 4 hours, they will call you back and say, yep, sure enough, you have a problem. That's their definition of 4-hour response time. They haven't shown up, they haven't fixed it, they haven't shown up with the right part, nothing has happened. I don't know why they even call it 4-hour response time. They could put an autoresponder and do it as 5-second response time. Our plan is different. What we do is by putting, you're the first one on site anyway. You're the one that's calling in the ticket. You know what's the matter with the problem. And if you had the parts right at your fingertips, you could probably cure about 80% of them. In the 15 years that I've been supporting Sun hardware out there in the field, I have never had a customer call up and say, John, it doesn't work. Sun, Solaris, Unix, all of my customers are very technical. They know exactly what's the matter with the machine. It's not like in the Windows world where people would call up and say, I don't know, it doesn't work. You know exactly what's the matter with it. So why are you waiting 4 hours to have somebody call you back and say, yep, you have a problem? If you had the parts, you could probably fix about 80% of it. That's why we pre-position the parts right at your site. Saves a lot of time. This type of support program works particularly well when you have equipment distributed all over the country, or you have small concentrations of it. By pre-positioning parts that you know work, you can swap out, get the customer up and running, and then we can work together to figure out what was the problem and correct it going forward. Now, you must have questions. On this webpage, there are contact details. Please email or call, and we'd be glad to set up one of these support programs with you. Again, my name is John Butler. I'm the owner of EOL Support. Look forward to hearing from you.